It's interesting now that my job is to introduce our third speaker, Gary Schmidt, and after Mark's presentation there's absolutely no room for creativity, so I'm just going to read my notes that I have here. We are honored to have Gary Schmidt with us today. He is a DTM, a Distinguished Toastmaster, which for those of you who don't know is pretty much the highest point that you can get in Toastmasters. It means you've gone the whole way. He's a public affairs manager for Clackamas County, Oregon. He's worked in the arena of politics for several years and has served on staff for 2 United States Senators from Oregon, both Mark Hatfield and Gordon Schmidt. He's a longtime Toastmaster and a member of the Clackamas Stepping Stones Club in Clackamas, Oregon. For his 2009 to 2010 term, he chose a theme of Toastmasters, Confidence, Leadership, and Service, which is where he gets his title from today. And if I could have his evaluator, Brian Rohan, please give us his objectives.
Yes, Mr. President. His objectives today out of the Competent Communicator speech number 3 are to select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purpose, organize a speech in a manner that best achieves these purposes, ensure that the beginning, the body, and the conclusion reinforce those purposes, project sincerity and conviction, and control any nervousness that he just might feel. And he also asked me to watch the speed of his speech to make sure that he keeps that under control. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Brian. Without further ado, please welcome Gary Schmidt with Toastmasters, Confidence, Leadership, and Service.
Thank you. First, I must comment, Mark, thank you for that fantastic and surprising presentation. I was not expecting that at all, and I can't believe you contacted all those people. I actually responded to you. It's phenomenal, but thank you very much, and thank you all for allowing me to be here. You honor me by allowing me to visit your club. I'm a Toastmaster just like you, from Clackamas, Oregon, just down the freeway, and I just have the honor of serving as your international president this year for 1 year. And what I want to bring to you today is simply to ask you all a question. And that is, why did you join Toastmasters? For those of you who have not joined yet, why are you going to join Toastmasters? But just real quick in your mind, think, whether it was last month or 5 years or 20 years ago, why did you join Toastmasters? You have it visualized? It's in your head? Why you did? I joined Toastmasters 15 years ago to find a job because I was unemployed. And my parents were tired of me living in their home. I joined Toastmasters. It changed my life dramatically. But whatever reason you joined, or well joined, there's one thing Toastmasters provides to every single one of us. It's a constant that we all receive because of our membership in Toastmasters. And that is confidence. Confidence in yourself, the confidence to really achieve and obtain your dreams, whatever they may be. That is absolutely true for me, and I hope for every single one of you, when you visualized why you joined, that what you achieved is confidence to achieve whatever that goal was. Is that true for you? Is that true? Everyone nod, yes. Yes, that's absolutely true for you. Toastmasters gives us all confidence. You can't buy confidence. Most of us have confidence, but we just don't realize it. But to exude that confidence is what we ultimately obtain and gain here in Toastmasters. Now, when I joined Toastmasters 15 years ago, I found a job 6 weeks after I joined. To me, that was phenomenal. Toastmasters that quickly encompassed me to be more confident that I talked my way into a job working for U.S. Senator Mark Hatfield. And I remember, as Mark said, someone said, Steve, I was so shy, I'd never talked to anybody. But Toastmasters, so quickly in only 6 weeks, gave me that confidence to talk my way into a job with Senator Mark Hatfield. Yet, it was not enough. After I had joined Senator Hatfield's staff, I was invited to this huge political event in Oregon where every single elected official in Oregon's history, prior and present and future, were attending this event. And I was at this event. This was my dream because I love politics, and that was my passion, still is, to have the opportunity to talk to anyone that was my political idol. And I walked in that room and I was so excited, and guess what I did? What? Fainted? No, almost. I did absolutely nothing. I stood in the corner and talked to no one. Because even though I joined Toastmasters, I still had not gained total confidence in my abilities. And looking back 15 years later, I still kick myself. Because many of those people have passed on, and those people are now U.S. senators, former members of cabinets, and amazing political people that I could have simply walked right up to and talked to, and and I miss that opportunity. So Toastmasters continues to improve my confidence. I actually told myself once that happened, I would never let that happen again. And Toastmasters has tremendously changed my life. I'm sorry. In the meantime, the tenacity I learned because of Toastmasters giving me that confidence. But once we gain confidence, then we learn about leadership skills. And I'm talking about my theme as your president this year, confidence, leadership, service. But I gained leadership skills. And all of us, whether we're a formal club officer or not, we learn how to be effective leaders in our lives, in our professions, in our communities. When I was a first-time club president 12 years ago, I learned a major lesson in leadership, and that is you must have your team engaged and buying into your program before they will follow your lead. And as a club president, I was a member of a strong club much like yours. We had 35 members at the time. And I thought, let's raise our club portion of our dues so that we can buy more materials for our club members. A noble cause, right? Would you agree, Mark? Absolutely, thank you. And I decided that since I was the president, I had the authority to do that on my own. Oh, you see the problem already. So I just went to a club meeting the following week and said, hey, we're raising our club dues from $1 a month to $2 a month. It seemed reasonable to me. It was for a worthy cause to help support our club. Well, the members of the club rioted, almost, that night and said, who gave you the authority to make this decision? My fellow club officer says, well, Gary, you never talked to us about this. And it very quickly turned into a very traumatic event, traumatic public relations experience, because I had not learned effective leadership skills up to that point. But again, that's the benefit of Toastmasters. You learn to lead, you learn to serve, and you learn to be a better person. So after that unfortunate experience, I consulted with my club officer team, we had a discussion with the entire club, and we later decided to raise the dues up to $2 per month after we had sought buy-in from all the membership. So one small valuable lesson I learned about leadership, but one I would not have learned if I had not been active in my Toastmasters club. And finally, service. Being of service to others is really the purpose of why we're all here on earth in the first place, in my opinion, but ultimately what we learn in Toastmasters. When we help other people achieve their goals and their dreams, it all comes back to you. And I'm certainly learning that as president this year of our organization. That it's not about forcing or strongly encouraging clubs to achieve goals, because part of my role is to ensure that districts and clubs are distinguished. So I could be here today and say, you must be a distinguished club, but what really motivation is that? But if I tell you, if you all individually use the confidence you've gained in Toastmasters to go out and be a better person, to be a better speaker and a better leader and a better listener and a better communicator, then that ultimately helps your life. But while you're doing that, you're helping your club because you're giving speeches, you're being evaluated, you're earning educational awards, and that helps you become a distinguished club where you get a beautiful club ribbon, but ultimately it means you're all achieving your goals and your dreams. So that is what being of service, I feel, is all about. Focus entirely on helping other people, and it will absolutely come back to you when you least expect it. So that is confidence, leadership, and service. Your club is engaged in all three of those activities. I'm very impressed with what I've seen here today. Mr. President, thank you for all you do, and for all of your club members. But remember those ideals as you continue throughout the rest of your Toastmasters experience: confidence, leadership, and service. That is truly what changes the world. Mr. Toastmaster.